Hey guys, Andrew the At-Home Marketer here, and in today's video we'll be going over Try Interact and learning how to make quizzes to generate leads for your business. Interact is a quiz maker software that allows you to make quizzes to generate leads for your business, as well as segmenting your audience based on the answers that they choose and driving traffic to your website. Quizzes have been proven by reliable sources such as Facebook and BuzzFeed to be an excellent source of generating leads for your business. They're highly engaging, they keep people on the platform that they are on, and they allow a ton of different customizations to craft it towards your business. With over 800 plus pre-made quiz templates across 40 different niches, Interact Quiz software is a solution for most businesses when it comes to generating leads. There are three main types of quizzes within Interact. The first of which is the personality quizzes. I'm sure you've seen these on Facebook and BuzzFeed before. They allow you to ask questions about an individual's personality and then assign them a personality at the end based on what they choose for each answer. This is a very popular option. The second one is scored quizzes. So this allows you to assign scores and points to each individual answer. So you ask a question, you have multiple answers, and each answer is worth an individual amount of points. And then at the end, you can have the outcomes based on what range of points that they score in. So if someone gathered 10 points through answering different questions, that would be one outcome versus someone who gathered anywhere from 11 to 20 points. Whatever you see the ranges are, these are very helpful at segmenting people based on how much they are answering the questions. The last one is assessment quizzes. These are very standard, so every question has a correct answer, and so they will select the multiple choice answer, and then you can either choose to have the answer shown right away after they answer the question, or you can save all the answers and then give them all the correct answers at the end. You can also give them a score on the assessment quizzes, and this allows you, it's almost like a test that we take in school, and that allows you to segment people based on how many they got right. Each quiz is highly customizable towards your brand and your branding guidelines. You can edit things such as the colors, the logo, the fonts, the images, and keep it all brand consistent throughout. As you can see here in this image, this is what will happen. You can select styles and then go down over here, have whatever your brand colors are, whether it be your main color or your secondary colors, and you can implement that into the quiz. In terms of customization, this is where you will get the most. And for those of you that are more advanced with Interact, it also offers advanced branching logic to your quiz. So this is when you want to take people down a certain path. So let's say they answer yes to one question. They will then be served a different question versus if they had answered no to the previous question. So you can really lay out your quizzes in a way that makes intuitive sense and guide people through to the correct answer. There is an advanced strategy with this that I'll be covering later on in the next video, but basically, as you're guiding people through an advanced branching logic quiz, you can have one outcome that you want to optimize for and find more people that are more likely to go through to that quiz result and thus find a bigger audience size of those people. I'll have more on that later on. As I mentioned earlier, quizzes are a great way of engaging an audience and keeping them interested in the topic you are talking about. Interact does a great job of this by allowing you to add images to the questions, so each question is unique and engaging at the same time. Within that, some questions also allow for multiple answers. So if you have a question, then you have multiple variables for the answers. They can select all that apply, and this allows, again, just for more engagement and for people to be more involved in the quiz. Interact integrates with several different major email marketing softwares and CRM softwares, as well as other marketing softwares to allow you to collect the actual lead itself. Some of these include ActiveCampaign, Aweber, Drip, HubSpot for CRM, and then Zapier as well. So if you do not see the integration that is on here that you would like, a lot of stuff can be worked around with Zapier and actually custom coding within Zapier. And I'll try and touch on that in a later video if I can. But just so you know, these are the major ones that they integrate with, and it does a pretty seamless job of sending the lead from your quiz to your email software so that you can start the follow-up process for whatever you would like your business to engage with your customer. In terms of pricing, Interact has several different pricing structures that they adhere to, both monthly and annually. As with most softwares, if you pay monthly, you will be paying a little bit more than if you were to pay an annual fee for that level of service. The first one being the free version, it is free forever and $0 a month, but it is very limited in what it can do. And with this free version, you can't actually collect the physical email. It is more if you're just designing a quiz for fun, or they are usually using this as a lead magnet to get you in, to get you using Interact so that you can upgrade to one of these other plans. The light version, again, has limited capabilities, only up to 5,000 emails per month collected. It does have some of the basic integrations, but one of the biggest downfalls that we've seen is that you can't access the custom analytics, which are very important when you're optimizing the quiz and figuring out what's working. So what I recommend is the growth plan. It is a bit pricey, and they do, jump up the price because they know accordingly that it is just that much more effective. So with that, you get up to 10,000 emails per month. You get all of the integrations, including HubSpot, Infusionsoft, etc. And then the main thing that you get is the ability to use your branding, have conversion tracking for Google Analytics and Facebook Pixel. In another video, I will be covering how to actually run a campaign on Facebook and to generate leads through there, as well as installing the tracking and all that sort of thing. And the other big thing is the actual internal analytics. So they do have internal analytics where you can view how many people have viewed the funnel itself and the quiz, how many people made it through as a lead, and then what their name and email is within the software. The last one is the Pro version. I haven't seen many cases where you would actually need the Pro version. It does have a couple more features in terms of unlimited emails collected, etc. But if you are at this level of business, you're probably using something a bit more advanced than Interact itself. So I do not recommend this version, but I would stick with the growth version and see how that works for you and your business. So a quick Interact tutorial here. When you sign up for your account, this is the screen you will see. I do have the free version right now, and I will be upgrading in a later video to show you what you get with the advanced features. But for now, I just want to show you the basic layout of what Interact looks like and how you can start building your first quiz. So when you go up here to create new quiz, you will be prompted with two options. You'll have quiz templates, as I mentioned earlier, which are a ton of different templates. Or if you're more advanced, you can build from scratch if you know exactly what you want yours to look like. I will select the template just for example's sake, and I will scroll down here. As you can see, they have several different categories. I am in marketing, so I will select marketing and then go to the next step for templates. And then going down here, they have different pre-made quizzes that you can choose from. I'm just going to select this one. And again, they do allow you a preview version, so this is a preview of the quiz. It allows you to walk through it and see what it is like. Again, this is one of those quizzes where you can select multiple options and then select the next button. Others only allow you to answer one question and then move forward. So I will use this template, and as it is loading, so this is what you're going to see when you are in the actual editor of the quiz itself. There are several different options over here. I will just run you through the very basics. So you have your cover slide, which is this, which has a title, a subtitle, and a button. And these, again, are things you can customize. So you can go in here, choose whatever you want to say. In general, we use a rhetorical question for our title, and then we have a subtitle down here, which prompts them to actually take the quiz. You kind of edit the image and then change the color of this as well as the text. Down here are the actual questions itself, so you can go in and edit these specific questions, move them around, whatever you want to do here in terms of the layout of your quiz. Again, you can change the image and the title. If you would like to change your answer settings, you go right here, and this is where you allow people to select multiple answers, and you can have a min or a max requirement. So you can require them to at least answer 2, or you could set the max so that they can only answer 2 max. To set answer scores, you would go right here. So this is for a scored quiz. And again, you can assign points for each one. So if some of these answers are weighted a bit heavier in terms of your outcomes, this is where you would use that accordingly. And then I'll just close this down. Moving forward, so these are all of your questions and how you do those. Again, and then these are the results. So this is where you would start putting your results, so the outcomes. So people go through, they take your quiz, they score a certain number of points, and then you can have your results. You need at least 2 results, but you can have, I believe, as many results as you'd like. And as you can see, this is a scored quiz, so this is the point ranges I was talking about earlier. So anyone that scored 0 to 11 on the quiz would go through to this result, 12 to 23, etc. So that's the basic layout of that. And again, the personality quizzes and the other type are very intuitive, so you can figure those out pretty easily as you're doing them. Up here, this is where you can start to customize your quiz a little bit more. So in terms of customizing for colors, logos, and brand, this is where you would do that. Your background color, your font color, your button color, option color, etc., as well as your font. They do have limited fonts based on whatever plan you are signed up for, but they do have a good selection here. As you can recall from the pricing page, in terms of the logo, Interact will keep its branding on until you sign up for the growth stage or the growth plan. So this will still be here on your quiz if you do not sign up for that. That is a slight downfall, but again, this is their way of selling you on one of the higher plans. Some more advanced options that I don't currently have access to because I am in the free plan are the branching logic right here, which is where you would lay out the structure of your quiz so that if they answered one question one way, they would go to the next question, and if they answered the question the other way, they would go to a different question. So this is where you would edit all of those features. Again, it is very easy to use, so once you sign up for the plan and upgrade, just go in there and play around with it. Very simple. Interact branding, again, you can remove it here. Conversion tracking, so if I went in here, this is where I could add my Facebook pixel and my Google Analytics pixel. Again, you really just need the ID, so there's not much custom coding here at all. And then you can set custom events for each, so you can set your Facebook custom events as well as your Google Analytics custom events, and really do a good job of tracking the leads as they come in. Moving down here, social share settings. Again, this is just in terms of how you want people to be able to share your quiz. So if you do want to go viral, I do recommend that you keep the social share buttons on. Within our campaigns on Facebook, that is one of the biggest features, is people actually sharing the quiz to more of their audience and getting the best bang for your ad spend. Moving down here, so lead generation, this is actually where you would incorporate your email software. This is one of the biggest downfalls of the free plan. I wish I could show you this right now, but basically what it does is this is where you would start to hook up your email software. And it does offer very extensive, a detailed breakdown for each software. So they're a little bit different, but in general, they just involve an API key and then signing into your email software and then connecting it to a list. It does also offer some custom tagging, so based on whatever answers they select within the quiz, you can then add tags into your email software. So let's say you have a multiple choice question and you want to tag everyone that selects A for that question with a specific tag, you can do that. So it's a great way of having really targeted conversations on your email list. And that's something that we really utilize it for within our business, is that you can have as many tags as you want. You can refine down a customer or a quiz taker as far as you want, or you can have it a little more broad and just go based on outcomes. So when you guys are done making changes to your quiz, you can go up here in the top right corner and click Save and Exit. They do have other options here, but I do recommend you save and exit so that you remember to save those changes, and then on the main screen you can actually make the changes that you would like as well. So here, as you can see, I made the changes. Now I can edit it if I'd like, or I can share and embed, or go to the analytics. So when you go to share and embed, it will prompt you to publish the changes. So even though you made the changes within the quiz, they aren't necessarily published to the public yet. This is where you would do that, and you would publicly, you would save your changes to the public. This is where you can promote your quiz. You can use a pop-up on your website, an announcement bar. These are a bit finicky. I do not necessarily recommend them, but they are options. And then ultimately you can embed it on your website. And this is really powerful because you don't need a WordPress plugin to use Interact. You can simply embed it on your website or landing page using custom CS and CSS. And they will give you different options here based on whatever your website is, and you can select accordingly. Over here, it does also let you set up a Facebook ad for a quiz. It's very easy, and it just guides you through that process. I will be going further into that in another video, so I'll show you a better way of doing that, but I do use this because it does allow you to skip the cover page. And I'll explain more on that as well. And then here's where you get the direct link to the quiz. So if you're sharing it, including a hyperlink anywhere, this is the URL you would use, and it would send people through to the title page of that quiz. So moving back here, just a couple more things that Interact does offer. They do have polls and giveaways. I'm not as familiar with these and how they work, but they are here. So if you want some other options, they are very easy to use, I'm pretty sure. But I mostly use Interact for quizzes, and that is pretty much everything. So guys, I hope you found this video helpful. I do have a link for Interact in the description down below. Feel free to ask me any questions that you have about the software. I'd be more than happy to elaborate on anything I went over on this video, as well as giving you, tips and strategies on how to use it for you and your business. This will be a series, so look out for my next couple of videos where I'll be going a little bit further into Interact and how you can utilize it in your business to generate leads on demand. Thanks for watching, guys. If you could, smash that like button. I know for any YouTuber stuff, give my channel a subscribe. It does help with me reaching the right people with these videos. And thank you for watching.